it's late. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing this fine morning? I have a lack of energy today, but I'll try and keep it upbeat. Make sure you hit the like button. Yep. Everybody knows the deal. What are your predictions for AMC? It's really tough to say. I want to go through a bunch of stuff today. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Looking for answers? That's what everybody's looking for. That's what I've been looking for. Wonder when we're gonna get some good news here. But throughout the pre-market so far, it's been, you know, sort of depressing, right? But good to wake up another day. AMC is down 6%. It's going up now. I did see it move up a little bit, but you know, it's not moving up too much. You know, it's still below that $6 mark, which is always depressing to be below that $6 mark. But it could be a buying opportunity for some people. You know, let me know if the audio is okay for everybody. OCGN still looks good. It is down 11% right now, but still looks good. What happens if the FINRA report shows low numbers? It's probably fraud because the fine are ridiculous. I just think people will lose hope. I consider selling at a loss now. This is where it's tricky. If you really feel like it's going to be a loss regardless, and you feel like it's going to get worse, then continue to, you know, or you know, sell off on it. You know, if you don't feel that way, then continue to hold. It's just really tricky to kind of weigh your options based on everybody else's opinion, and I know that's what I'm here for, is really an opinion, but I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction, especially if you're depending on that money in any way. You know, I don't want you to, you know, lose out on that money if it does end up being bad news. So hopefully we get good news. What program or website are you using? This is Webull Wronghammer. I have a link in the description where you can get 2 free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. So definitely check that link out. Webull is amazing. I know, Eric Bryson. Yeah, I agree with you. Webull looks a lot better, not than just TD Ameritrade, but than a lot of other platforms that I've used. And I have a ton of brokerage accounts that I've actually used, and I don't understand how Webull can put all this together while offering people free stocks and all this other stuff. You only see 41 shares. Yeah, you see 41 shares in here. I don't even know where you would see it on this platform, but on here. But my let me go ahead and log into my Fidelity account real quick. Yeah, I didn't sell all my shares just yet. Still waiting for some good news. Yeah, I have 41 shares in Webull. I thought it was 42. I have 40 plus shares in Webull, but I also have, refresh. But I also have 1,600 shares. Well, 1,690. I bought more shares yesterday. Oh, let me this over here. Yeah, so I bought more shares yesterday. So I still have quite a bit. I still have 1,690, and then I have 100 shares of GME, which GME doesn't really have too much of a loss. It does have 1,600, but that's nothing compared to what AMC has, really, because it's been pushing down or pulling down. And I lowered my cost basis from $9.50 to $9.38. Wasn't really a big move because the majority of my holding is above $10, I believe. So, good morning, Jack. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Good morning. What's your opinion on the numbers being accurate or manipulated today? This is where it's very tricky. I've seen a number of people that come out and say, are the numbers going to be manipulated today? It's a possibility that it could be manipulated. I've seen a bunch of different interest rates, the short interest rates and also the short percentage on different websites, and even on the same website at different times, and the interest rates end up being different. And it doesn't really make sense to me why that would happen. And I think that you could have manipulation just to drive people, out of the stock and make people, sell their positions. So the stock price goes down, the business really plummets and all that stuff. So my opinion on manipulation is definitely that it could happen. I just don't want to think that it will happen. I want to think that there's at least a shred of decency or honesty in this world, and if not, then it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So it's possible. It's definitely possible, but I want to take them as the truth. I'm going to continue to hold for quite some time, and just looking at the amount of people that are holding AMC, it's crazy. We're really manning together and holding these positions, buying new positions, trying to drive this price up, but something's happening to where they're artificially showing a sell, which sucks. We have 800 people in here. Please hit that like button. But yeah, my overall opinion on manipulation is that it could happen. I just don't want to think that it will. Add the following to my watch list. Thoughts? Suggest you check out BIOL. I did some review on them. Real nice stock. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check out those positions, Daniel Thomas. I'll hold on. I have to put them in my notes real quick. Yep, come on. Sometimes the chat doesn't want to stay. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll check it out. You're kidding yourself. I don't know what that means. Bro, there's no decency. See, that's the thing. I really don't know. Gme did not kill itself. Well, yeah, I don't think it did. First, let me address there is no decency. I believe that 100%. But there just has to be something that's some sort of honesty, living by the truth and not being, manipulated by these billionaires or hedge funds. And GME did not kill itself. It was mainly the brokerage accounts, a lot of these different brokerages that didn't allow people to trade. Basically, when AMC was about to hit its highest point, was about to skyrocket, we weren't allowed to trade on it. If they stop trading and they only allow sells, obviously the price is going to go down, right? That's manipulation at its finest. But yeah, these are my positions right here. I'm down $7,000. GME is a small portion. AMC, I'm losing a lot here. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing the positivity in AMC. It's just right now it's very tough to see because of how the stock is actually moving. It's moving straight south. The SSR doesn't actually prevent them from short selling. It just makes it difficult. So I believe it's to where, and I may be wrong on this, I believe it's to where they can only short on the price going up, not the price going down. With other instances, you can short on the price going down, but with the SSR on, you have to short with it going up. And I think that I'm right saying that, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't really remember exactly. I know it makes it more difficult for them to do so, but it's not something that completely stops them from shorting the position. So, why didn't you get out of GME when it spiked the other day at the open? Yeah, that's a good question. So when it did spike the other day at the open, I got greedy. You know, I didn't learn from any mistakes that I may have had in the past, and now I can tell you that I'm not going to get greedy. My profit target there was only $79, so I wanted to get to a $79 price target, which would get me a $300 profit, which was quick. It would have been one day. It was very quick. Now I got greedy and showed that I could have got to 86, which would have given me a $1,000 profit, and I've seen it go up a lot more, and it wasn't being overbought at the time. So as I was looking into it, I said, okay, this is not even close to being overbought. The price is skyrocketing. You see a lot of buy volume coming in at higher and higher prices. So I was like, all right, well, let me go to 96, and I went for a $2,000 profit, thinking that it will get there. And the fact that it went up so fast, and I firmly believe that the stoppage definitely affected this to where people thought that the price couldn't go any higher and sold off a lot of their positions. And that's where it only hit 95 instead of 96. So I missed it by $1. And I blame it on the fact that we did have, you know, the suspension of that position of that stock. So that's where it ended up being a little bit difficult for me. Trace Trades YouTube has a previous number looking up fidelity manipulation numbers. Oh, I'll have to check that out. When did he upload that? Let me actually just copy the whole thing. When did he upload that? Because all I know is that there is manipulation. I've seen firsthand that there has been manipulation. Is a short sale list out? I haven't seen it yet. I've been searching for it. I haven't seen anything. I don't know exactly when that will come out. Low volume again today. Locked up. Available shares dwindling. You're similar to the actor Eka Darville? Never heard of him. I'll check him out. Last night, AMC all the way, 4 o'clock today. You see, I'll try and stream today. I believe I'm free later today. Yesterday, I was supposed to stream after the market closed, but I didn't. I just recorded a video and uploaded it this morning where I fell and, you know, what I felt about the what I felt about Friday and Monday, and basically the last 5 days. Got videos from yesterday. I'll have to give it a watch. What happens at 4? It looks like the short percentage ends up coming out at 4. So after the day ends, which is stupid. Give you a lot of hype. So that means we're really not going to see too much today. We might see more of the same, to where it's a lot of, you know, give and take at this $6 mark. Maybe we might see something push, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me turn this off. So can we have a look at OCGN? So OCGN did amazing yesterday, and I have a video on them today, uploading I think at like 9:30 or something, to where I talk about this 201% increase. This looks insane. Now, even though it does have 11% decrease from where it started, if you look at overall where I told people to get in, let's see, let's look at, not 1 month, let's look at 5 days. If I look at the point where I told people to get in around this point, this $13 mark, if you could, it's still above that point. So I believe that it's going to continue to flatten out here. Maybe have, I hope, a little bit of a push just to increase the pre-market percentage. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty decent. Why are we getting butchered in the pre-market today? That's just how some days go. Some days you just get butchered. But it may be different when the market opens, when you actually have the volume. So we'll see. AMC, I can tell you, it's kind of impossible to really have the volume because there's so many people hold the stock. If we have, let's say 70% of the people, 70% of the shares, held, then it makes it a little bit difficult for us to, buy up shares. Kevin likes Shift Technologies. He has a lot of positions. I mean, obviously he has a lot of money. He has a huge portfolio. But when you're in real estate, you've been in YouTube for a long time, you have over 1 million subscribers, I can understand why. AMC is on sale. Yeah, I think it's definitely, looking at this, it's definitely depressing, seeing the straight downhill spiral that it has had over the last, few days, really. So from this moment where it was $17, that would have been amazing to get in at that point. I think I did, I was in it at that point, but I was only in at a $12.50 ratio. I did want it to push up to $20, and that's where I still want it to push up to. But yeah. What does ZOM news mean for the stock price? For the ZOM stock price? I don't know what's in the news right now. Raises 173 million at 30% discount, shares plunge. ZOM prices increased 24 minutes ago. ZOM prices increased public offering at 1.9 million shares. Obviously, that's affecting it in a negative way. We have to see how the market opens, because even news, it looks like it is affecting it in a pretty substantial way. Just looking at a 1 hour candlestick setup, looks like it's affecting it in a pretty negative way, especially with the rapid growth that it has had. When you do compare, let's see if I can get another indicator here. I have the 15 moving average, and I also have the EMA at 200. So you can see that it is pulling away, right? But obviously starting to dip back towards the 200 EMA line. But you see this positive growth here. It looks amazing until they have that news that may, crash it. But you still have to see the rest of the pre-market and how it's going to move. You see this large, wide range green candlestick, which does give you a great look of exactly what could happen, what could transpire. But yeah, I mean, I think it affected in a negative way, but let's continue to see how the market opens with volume, AMC to the moon. Yeah, you're right. We have 1,500 people in here. If you could hit the like button, that would be absolutely amazing. Are you viewing this on Thinkorswim? No, I'm viewing this on Webull. Link in the description. Check that out. You can download it. All you have to do is go to the Webull website, go to downloads, and then you'll go to whatever type of system you have, whether it's Mac or Windows or whatever, and you can download it. It's free to use. If you wanted to look at this information over here, if you wanted to look at the order book, then you're going to have to, well, it's a level 2 order book. You're going to have to pay something. You're going to have to pay extra in order to do that. But yeah, it's a really great platform. I love it. I'm going to do my warm-ups today. What do you think of OCGN? I just talked about OCGN. I think it definitely shows a lot of positivity. I'm uploading a video at 9:30 talking about the growth that it did have over this last day. And talking about it previously, I made a video on it before this came up. I knew that it was going to increase, not to this magnitude. I didn't think it was going to push this high. But you can see towards the end of the day, it started to taper off. That's a crazy growth of 201%. What's great is it wasn't just straight growth, so you didn't have any times to where it was suspended like that. I think you did have it suspended in the beginning, but the growth throughout was actually pretty good, pretty decent, pretty steady. And like I said, it did taper off towards the end, but I recommended, you know what, let me take this off. I recommended that people get in somewhere around that that $13 mark if they could. Right now, where it stands, it's still at $14 in the pre-market, 11% down, which is still above where I said I think it will still have positivity with all of the attention on it. So OCGN looks pretty good. Have you or anyone here looked at Riot? I have not looked at Riot. I don't think I eat enough, I swear. Has a lot of positivity here, a lot of positive movement throughout the last day, even into the pre-market as well. That looks really good, up 10%. It was up 40% yesterday. Let's go ahead and look at 5-day. So it was pretty flat. Not really flat. It does have upward movement. It's slow upward movement. Recently, it's been more of an upward swing, which does look great. I don't know where it will flatten out, if it will come back down to earth, and what the news actually tells me, why this is actually thing. This is just overall news. Yeah, so it looks positive here. Obviously, you can see the growth throughout the post and pre-market. But with any rapid growth comes a rapid decline. I still think that with the rate that it's going, as long as the pre-market continues, I'll continue to watch this. But as long as the pre-market continues to look solid, you can expect that growth to continue throughout the rest of the day. Now remember, there is still a chance that it could sell off depending where a lot of the orders come in. You have a lot of buy orders coming in at this $36 mark. So hopefully people are looking for it to get down to that point. They have a lot of sell orders at this $37.80 mark. So it looks pretty solid. Is Doge a good investment? I'm not a crypto fan, so I would say no in my opinion, but other people would say yes. Other people would say Doge is an amazing investment. I don't ever look at crypto as a long-term investment. I look at crypto as, a short-term investment gain, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that's my opinion of crypto. So Dogecoin, you can definitely make a decision on your own there, but in my opinion, I don't believe in it. It's there. I obviously believe in it, but I just don't understand what's going on there. So, not a crypto fan. I don't like the volatility in it. How the price can go from 10,000 to 40,000 in a matter of like days. Thoughts on CLX and GVO? I did see GVO. I don't know recently, but oh wow, that does not look good at all. Just from looking at a 5-day view, I guess. Let's look at that. Does not look good at all, from $200 all the way down to $188, which some people would say doesn't look good, right? And I just said that. But the potential in it may be a thing depending on what you actually see here, because like a lot of these times where you think it is, oversold, it would increase a lot, but it hasn't hit its bottom yet. It hasn't hit its low. Having a tough time talking today. So the last month, you had that rapid increase from about that 190 mark, or let's go with the 190 mark all the way up to 230. For what reason? Which it was rapid growth, and like I said, with rapid growth, you would see rapid declines. So yeah, that's what you're seeing here. It's not a crazy rapid decline, but it is something where you do see a large drop within the day. So drop, a huge drop, slightly smaller drop, leveling out here. So it looks like that's a form of where it is resisting, where a lot of people are putting in orders. But you do have a sell order. You do have a lot of sell orders at the 113 or 213 mark. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that this has potential yet. I don't know if it's hit at the bottom. What are previous? So maybe that is close to the bottom, is that 180 mark. You might need to check it out and see if it is continuing to be oversold. It does look like these parts are, pretty much oversold. So definitely keep an eye out for it. This might be a time to get in if you're looking to get in here. But yeah, that would be my opinion there. Let's look at EVO. I don't know where my phone is. All right, GEVO at $13. That is on the way up. You see the 200 moving average below the 15 moving average. The 200 EMA, above or below the 15. I am so tired that I can't even speak. Before we continue this, we have 1,700 people in here. Please hit that like button. That helps me out a ton. But yeah, anyways, you have the 200 EMA below the 15 moving average, which indicates that it's going to continue to go up, continue to have positive movement. But, it's really struggling to stay above it. The thing you do see is a lot of positivity, though. That's definitely a great sign. A lot of volatility, too. And it's in the form of a positive movement. If you drew a trend line from here to here, you'll be able to see the touch points that you would see from $4 all the way up to the $14 mark. I believe it will continue to reject that $14 mark. Let's see where do we have any massive sell-off? So we have sells at 1388, 13,000 of them. So you're going to hit a wall somewhere around there. And obviously you did hit a wall. Somewhere around here, and you're going to continue to hit a wall because those orders are still yet to be filled. And then you also have a lot of buy orders around that 1280 mark. So a lot of people are looking to get in a little bit lower and sell a lot higher at the $14 mark. You have 5,000 open orders here. So it has a lot of potential. We still need to see how today or the pre-market goes and maybe the first 30 minutes. It depends what actually happens here because Monday we were up 12%, 12.5%, and now we're up 3% in the pre-market. So we have this large wide range candle bar. I know this is an hour move, but you do see a big move in the post-market. And then, seeing that slight move in the pre-market is definitely a good deal. Now, I don't know what to expect with this when it comes to news, but just from a chart perspective, it does look like you see a lot of positivity there. So that would be my opinion. Sorry if I seem a little sleepy today. I am pretty tired. We have 1,800 people in here. Please hit that like button. That helps out the channel a lot. But thank you for the super chat. There goes your analysis, your breakdown. You take a look at Healthier Choice Management Corp. I've heard people talk about this. What are the settings for the MA indicator from Webull? I have a 15 moving average. If you see that up here, I have a 15 moving average, and then I also have a 200 EMA set up. I typically would go with either the 15 moving average, or the 50 moving average, just to get more of a long-term look or a short-term look, depending. So depending on what situation it is, what I'm actually looking at. Because if I know if it's a long-term play, then I'm probably going to go with the 50 moving average just to compare to see what the growth is over a long period of time and how it splits away from that 200 moving average or 200 EMA. So that's what my settings will be. But yeah, I can take a take a look at Healthier Choice Management Corp. Let's call it a healthier look. I do not like playing with things that are under a penny. I am sorry about this, but I do not like taking chances with anything that's under a penny because that can drop quick. So, in my opinion, it is pulling away. But like I said, I don't invest in anything that's under a penny here. I don't like to invest in anything that's under like 50 cents. But yeah, at this point, you can see it's being overbought. At multiple points, it's being overbought. But like I said, I don't feel comfortable with this, so I can't really give you advice on that. I'm not gonna steer you in the wrong direction when it comes to penny stocks. We're almost at 500 likes. Please hit that like button. I am super tired. Yeah. Jakey's channel. Oh, well, where'd it go? I understand that I have fakes. I don't know where that went. I understand that I have fakes on my videos. They keep popping up. They keep basically saying, hey, call this number or cryptocurrency or all this other stuff. I try to delete them. So if you do see them, continue to call them out. I try and look at them and, delete whatever I can delete or remove whatever I can remove. But it's a huge problem all around YouTube. At one time, it wasn't just these fake accounts that they were creating. It was fake accounts of the people that are actually creators in order to get a response from them. It's not that it was in the past. It was more or less having these accounts out there with random names, and then they would just spam people and put like positive comments, and then have a bunch of other accounts hit the like button so it goes up to the top comment, and it was just a horrible thing. And once I seen it, I would delete it, but they would just come and come and come, and now this doesn't stop. So if you see those, don't respond to those. You see those that say, hey, call this number, it's not me. I guess it's very difficult to know that's not me. Soon I will have a check mark by my name, and then you'll know that it's me. You'll also see, I believe it's like highlighted when I do respond versus when someone else responds. It's not highlighted around my name. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, I can't do anything about it. Let's see. I got a $5 super chat. Thank you, Dale. Want to say how confronting been hearing you speak the last few days. Comforting. Sorry, I am totally out of it. Comforting it's been to hearing you speak the last few days. Well, your advice is more. I had to censor myself there by saying that. Your advice is more sensible than others. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you, Dale. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's what I'm trying to do, is try and be, fair. Let me move this away. I don't want HCMC. I try to be, relatable. I try to understand what everybody else is going through. Hopefully people can lower their cost basis. Hopefully if anybody's in a bad situation, then we could find a way to get them out of that situation in this group. When we talk about the different stocks that we're in, the different positions that we're in, what we're looking for GME and AMC to do or whatever, hopefully we can get everybody in the best situation possible. So that's what I'm looking to do, and obviously teach people. And even to the point to where if you say something that I don't know, I'm ready to learn. I'm here to learn more every single day. If it is about a different indicator, if it is about a different position, some of these stocks that I look at, come from you guys, and it's absolutely amazing to see that, just to get this analysis, and then I can put it on my radar. Like something like Riot. Riot looks pretty good. If you're looking at them short term, it definitely looks really good, and the growth looks, I guess good over the pre-market at 9%. So yeah. You're pointing out these things that are really big growers and that have a potential to, move a couple of months, a couple of days, whatever it actually is. And, pointing these things out helps out everybody else in this chat. So, and watching this live stream. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Thank you for saying that. Said on January 30th that something is going to happen on February 17th. and a YouTuber said February 22nd. So if nothing happens this week, wait until 17th to the 22nd. I don't know. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like, a lot of people are throwing out a bunch of dates, and some may be accurate, some may be, wrong. But I, to tell you the truth, it's really tough to say what will actually happen on these specific days. I know we can only really take it one day at a time and see exactly what's happening. So if we get good news today and tomorrow, it suddenly skyrockets, and we get the news at 4 o'clock and the post market ends up skyrocketing, then, obviously you're going to see something else that happens in the next day. So let's say if we get great news today and the price skyrockets, and then in the pre-market, it skyrockets more and it's up at that $12, $13 mark or whatever it actually could be at. You're going to see probably a mass sell-off just because it did hit a lot of people's cost basis. So this is where something different happens than what you would think, would happen. You think that it's going to skyrocket to $20 or $30. It doesn't actually skyrocket there. You have a lot of people selling off as you start to gain price. So yeah, I think the ultimate goal for AMC is to hold no matter what, because I believe that their company is valued at a lot more than where they're at, the $6 mark, in my opinion. So again, this is not financial advice. I have to say it. That's not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. I didn't start this video by saying that. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to rely on all these dates coming from different YouTubers. And what YouTubers are those? Is it someone like Meet Kevin, who goes through a lot of data, a lot of information, subscribes to as many things as he can subscribe to in order to get the most accurate information? Or is it someone like a no-name YouTuber that probably, I wouldn't say no-name YouTuber because everybody has their own background. Is it somebody that just came to the scene? Yeah, I never want to say no-name YouTuber because at one point I had no subscribers, and I consider myself pretty knowledgeable in certain areas. And I would say the same for some other people. I see some really small YouTubers that deserve a lot more. And obviously Trades is one of those. And he got the subscribers that he should have had in the beginning. So yeah, with all of his knowledge and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's tough to rely on those dates, but like I said, it's a hold option for me for the long term. I think I did miss a super chat here by responding to this one. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, Jay Cherry. Or Sherry, I don't know how you pronounce that. Can you give your thoughts on Dare? Like from high school, D, I won't do drugs. A, won't have an attitude. R, will respect myself. E, I will educate me now. Like that, Dare. Dare has a lot of negative to flat movement. It looks like it hit a very high price and now it's starting to taper off and maybe having a little bit of a recovery if I had to look at it from a 10,000 foot view. And I think that this may be something that I wouldn't say would completely skyrocket. May have a little bit. I believe that it will skyrocket. I wouldn't say that I would believe that this would skyrocket. I still don't have any news on this. So if I'm looking at some news, I mean, I don't know what would really push that far. Right now you're seeing a 3% or 4% increase yesterday, and basically the 2% increase in the pre-market. I think it has sort of potential, but it's just so quick. Like the increase was so quick, and it looks like it's slowly tapering off to where people are realizing that it's not worth the value that it was. So in my opinion, I don't believe that this would be something that you would invest in. Maybe long term and gain something out of it. It is only $2.45, but I wouldn't put everything into this. Thank you, Summer, for the super chat. Thank you so much for your wise energy. Thank you for saying that. Are you a Virgo or maybe a Capricorn? If not, what's your? I'm a Pisces, born in March 18th. So yeah. Check the IL. I think I might have checked that later. I think someone said this. So this does have a lot of positive movement, a lot of spikes, which are really good. I never like to see one spike. And this looks really interesting. I think I did check this out before. I don't think it'll show up on my recently viewed multiple times. I think it'll only show once. Okay. I think I did check this out because it does look familiar. But yeah, you're seeing that positive movement to where it is creating new highs, new lows, new highs, new lows. You know, there's new highs, new lows. Let's see where the orders are coming in. So you have a lot of buy orders around that $1.40 mark. So people are still buying around the highest points. $1.40, $1.46. You have a huge buy order, right? You have you have sell orders, but they're not really eclipsing the amount of the buy orders. So yeah, it does have a lot of potential to continue to rise. Yeah, it definitely does. The problem is that you are seeing this peak here. Is it going to break through this peak? And seeing what's going on with these buy orders, I'm thinking that it might. I'm thinking that it might break through that peak. We just need to see what the buy orders will be in the open. But you're right, it does look really interesting compared to the 200 EMA to the 15 moving average. It does look really good. It does look really, really good. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I gotta start to clean up this list. Thank you for the super chat. Hey Perry, can we get your thoughts on Admp, the pharmaceuticals company? Usually these have potential to like really push, and that looks like that's what it did here. It did have two push-ups, which it pulled back a little bit. This one having a longer pullback, which is kind of pulling away here. And that looks decent. Once you see the 200 EMA cross the 15 moving average, it does look really tasty to get into here with that growth. Seeing 18% over the last day, seeing 9% in the pre-market, it definitely has potential to continue to grow. And I don't see, with the fact that you did have this large, longer sell-off, it wasn't something that was just this quick sell-off. You're going to see a lot more, and it may be slower growth, which might be healthier, getting up to that $2.66 mark, right? And pulling back. Now you have a lot of buys around this $1.50 mark, so it's probably going to continue to push that price up. You have a lot of sells around this $1.64 mark, which means that you're going to have a pullback. I mean, you have a lot of them, 30,000 of them. That's going to be a wall to get by. Now, who knows what the volume will actually be during that time period. Let's actually check out one day to see what the typical volume is. In a minute, you have 1.8 million volume. So that probably won't be a factor. It'll be a factor in the pre-market, but not something when the market hours open. So you're going to see a lot more. You also have sell orders at $1.71. So it looks pretty interesting here. That's definitely something to keep an eye out on. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. How's everybody doing today? What's everybody's plan for AMC and Gme? We have 2,300 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 1,000 likes. That would be phenomenal. Thank you for the super chat, Joshua. Hey Matt, what are your thoughts on ADP as a long-term hold? Okay, let's look at that. And let me change this to a 50. I'll look at it both ways, 50 and 15. let's see, let's look at a 3-month. So looking at a 100,000-foot view, it looks like it really bowed out here. At $180 is where the bow actually happened. It wasn't something where it was a spike. It kind of leveled off here, which is always good. That means that it's really fighting at this position, which means it could hold at this position. If you're looking to gain something really long term, you do have a dividend included in that, which is absolutely phenomenal. Getting any dividend for anything is amazing, right? So the thing I like to see is this point right here. Is it resisting or having this support level here? And then even resisting at this point, it means that they're really fighting at this point right here. So even if it does get lower, you know that it holds strong somewhere around that $80 mark, right? Now it did have a high of 180, which did bow out and started to drop significantly over basically in January. And it doesn't look too bad. I think with this decrease, you expect any type of decrease with a slow increase. You can expect a slow decrease as well. You do see the crossover from the 200 EMA to the 50 moving average, and then you're starting to see that cross back. If you're starting to see it cross back, which that may mean, it may indicate the fact that we're going to see an increase here. We're going to see something skyrocket. And that's not bad to think about. The only thing is I don't think that it will push that 180 mark. It might really resist it, and it might even have resist points at lower levels. You can see this mass sell-off from right here, so it might have a point of resistance around that 170 mark. I don't know. I can't see any order book that comes through, any orders right now. Really, we only have seven orders right now. So yeah, I mean, it looks interesting as a long-term play, especially gaining a dividend. But the point is that you want to find these low points here. You want to find these points to where it's going to get to that $159 mark, $160 mark, so that you can push the 180 mark and have a total profit of $20, depending how many shares you actually have. And obviously you want to have a lot more shares because you're getting paid a dividend throughout. So yeah. Thank you for the $5 super chat. If you're feeling down, don't worry, give us a call at 1-800-MADE-YOU-LOOK. What? That's funny. If you got any jokes, if you don't have anything to say and you want to put in a super chat, definitely give me a dad joke. I love dad jokes. So if anybody has a dad joke, let me know. It's Weeble worldwide. I think so. I believe so. Yes. How high do you think OCGN will go? It depends how long we ride this train. So let me go back to. So it looks like it's mainly driven by people, interest. The amount of people that are talking about this and that are investing into this, especially at a lower price point, people are driving up this price. Now, I think that it won't. It looks like it's even though these are only 2-hour candlesticks, it looks like it's still like resisting at this point, staying somewhere flat around this point here, probably pushing this $14 level. So I think it's going to fight between that and maybe even the $18 level. It doesn't look like there was much of a fight between the $18 level. You might see something between 14 and 16 that really pushes back and forth. But with all of the interest that it's gathering, you're definitely going to see some sort of an increase. A lot of people are interested in this. A lot of people are thinking about buying into it. So I think it has potential to really grow. It just depends on what we do, because the market is driven by buyers and sellers. And if the buyers are controlling the market, then obviously the buyers are going to win. So. All right, give me one second. Okay. Yeah, that would be my thoughts. Let's look at AMC. Let's see what's happening. So it's down It's down 4.5%, all the way down to $5.89 right now, from closing at $6.18. Hopefully we get some positive news. Hopefully we get some positive activity. With it being this low, it makes no sense why anybody would want to buy in. We have a lot of buys set up at this $5.85 mark. This is where I don't understand. And we have a lot of sell orders at this $6 mark. Why would people sell at $6? We have 23,000 sell orders set at $6. That's one of the lowest of the lows. Why would people want to sell at that point? Are you a person right now that's in this chat that's looking to sell AMC? And don't be afraid to say it because of, diamond hands people. Just, let me know. Dad joke alert. Let me see this. Thoughts on Tesla. I'll give my thoughts on Tesla in a little bit. Give me a second. Read this dad joke. My wife left me because my obsession with horoscopes tore us apart. You're funny. I can barely see this stuff. Dad joke. Stop. Come on. I'm reading a book called Quick Money for Dummies by Robin Banks. Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's a really good one. I'm reading a book called Quick Money for Dummies by Robin Banks. My wife loves those like play on word names. Her favorite that I said before was like she would say, "Oh, I'm lukewarm," and I would go, "I'm Dick Fitzwell," and she loves those type of play on like names. But that's a really good one. I'm reading a book called Quick Money for Dummies by Robin Banks. The news on AMC won't come out until 4 p.m. I did see that. Yeah, it sucks that that's coming out late, so we're not going to have good news to start the market. It's going to be after. Why do melons have weddings? Because they can't elope. That's funny. That's funny. That's really funny. I like that one. What do you call it when a group of apes starts a company? Monkey business. Oh man, thank you for the super chat, by the way. What platform are you using right now? Or what platform do you use to buy and sell? I believe that I'm going to make the transition to Webull. Right now I'm using Webull that's on the screen that you're seeing with all the indicators and all the charts. It's very easy to, navigate through this and drag things back and forth, scroll in and out, zoom in and out, like all that stuff. I love this platform a lot, and it's like I don't have any sponsorship with them. I just really want people to be able to use something that gives them all the tools that they need for free, and more, to be able to draw everything they need to draw, learn everything they need to learn, especially people that want to basically do the same thing that I do or any other actual trader does. That's what I use. My main platform that I buy on right now is Fidelity. I have a lot of my other accounts with them, so it's easier to transfer money in and out of my investment account or wherever I have it into the 529 accounts for the kids and all these other type of investment accounts, longer term investment accounts. So yeah, that's what I use. Webull, you can get a link down in the description. You can get free stocks. I think I uploaded a video today. It might be the first video, or it might be the second video, where I went through the free stocks that I got. So I got like 8 free stocks, and I wanted to show you the potential for getting those type of stocks. So yeah, definitely check out that link down below. We have 2,500 people in here. Please hit that like button if you have a chance to get it above 1,000 likes. Yeah, I have a link for Webull. It's in the description of this video. So yeah, if you go to the description, I think it's, yeah, it's right below my store. So you're gonna see it says get two free stocks when you deposit $100. So yeah, it's right in the description. Doge is pump and dump. Weevil desktop app is really nice to use. I learned a few tricks from Trey's. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has a lot of things that he teaches there, and he does that are effective in his own strategy. And this is what's crazy. It offers so many different things that you could do. That he has his own strategy, and you can learn things of how he's doing it. But also, make sure you take up your own strategy. Understand all of the other portions or other pieces of this platform that you can learn. Because if you do learn all this stuff, maybe you'll find that you use a different moving average. You use a 15 moving average or a 50 moving average or even a 20 moving average. You know, that's really what you need to focus on, is not just, you know, learning what other people do, but learning what they do, understand why they do it, and then also implementing it on your own strategy. Because that's the best advice that I could give you, is not to copy people, but, you know, kind of make it your own in any way. You know, you can create a patent and for something, and then, you know, improve on that device or whatever it actually is, and create your own patent on it. You know, bad joke. Stop. Why is it moving? I don't know why it moves so fast. I'm sorry, I lost it. I felt like that was gonna be a good one. Keep a drum, a snake fall down a hill. But okay. All right, I got that one. That's good. That's really good. I like these dad jokes. I literally look them up all the time, and I see. Funny thing is, I have not seen any of these ones that I've read so far. So, especially the one about robbing banks, I feel like that's a really good one. Are you buying any more today? I'm not buying any more today. I'm holding on to what I have because it would take too much time to actually get everything cleared. I can actually trade on margin if I wanted to, but I don't want to go into that. So yeah. Have you heard that AMC is premiering a new pirate movie? It's rated R. And you added AMC in there. That's good. Thank you for the super chat and the joke. That joke is funny. Oh man. Have you heard that AMC is premiering a new pirate movie? It's rated R. Is it time to cut losses? I don't believe it's time to cut losses. I mean, if you feel like it is, definitely pull out, because I don't want to get anybody in a horrible situation, because like I said, I'm comfortable with losing the money that I have in AMC. I'm not comfortable with losing the extra money that I have in GME, but I'm comfortable with losing the money that I have in AMC. And GME for me is not something that's, you know, a crazy loss, even though it looks like it may be a crazy loss. From, you know, I bought in at $76. So being at 55 is basically a $2,000 loss. It's not as bad as what I'm seeing with AMC, which is a like $5,000 loss. So yeah. What do you think about GoChain? I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on that. Jonathan Edwards, thank you for the super chat. I wish you would have just put like a dad joke in there. That would have been great. Thank you for the super chat though. I really appreciate it a lot. Childish Gambino. I'm not that person, but I will take a look at Mavis. I did see something about Mavis. I don't know if I actually looked at it previously. Not recently actually. So let me see if I have it. My popular list. I don't. Okay. I know this has a lot of potential, a lot of movement in the last couple of days, a lot of separation from the 200 EMA to the 50 moving average. If we move this back to a 15 moving average, you're going to see it get a lot closer. Well, not closer here, it's getting more far apart, but the blue line, the 15 moving average, is getting a lot closer to that. So yeah. Back to your message. So yeah, I think that it does have potential to continue to grow. You see the solid movement up throughout the 10,000 foot view. You can see that it is flattened out here, but a lot of growth here, which I don't know. I believe there's a bunch of news behind it, and I can't really get into the detail of that. But it does look like a solid grower, and it looks like it's going to continue to grow. But I would definitely get in at any low point that you can, because at these points it looks like it's being overbought a lot. At this point, it's at where's it at? 82? 82 on the RSI, which means it's being overbought a lot. So you can see this pull back a little bit, but you are seeing a little bit of an increase even towards the end of the pre-market. So that's always good. It's premiering a new Titanic movie because it's oh, that's funny. Josh, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for that dad joke, by the way. We need some positivity right now with all the things that are happening. But yeah, if I had to give my end thoughts on Mavis, I think it is a great long-term play. It may even push to $20 in like a month at the trajectory that it's going. But you never really know how this is going to play out. Because it's controlled by buyers and sellers. If people want to buy at this point and sell at whatever point they want to, get out of their position, they can. So it just depends. Josh, thank you for that joke. That's good. Really like that. That companies want. That's good. That's really good. So Mavis looks like it is going to be something that can really push the $20 mark. Easily get there, right? CMC. I can't go with HCMC, Jonathan Boyd. It's a penny stock it's less than a penny. I'm not into positions that are that small. I can't do it because I've had bad luck with positions that are that small. We have 2,700 people in here. We have 900 likes. Please hit that like button, get it above 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. What about SNDL? I believe I did check out SNDL in the past. Let me just type it in. SNDL has a lot of growth as well. You can see that over the last basically week or so, maybe even a little bit more than that, all the way back from January 27th. So you have a good amount of time there. You're seeing a lot of solid back and forth movement, new highs, new lows, new highs, new lows, while moving on this upward trajectory, this upward support level here. Couldn't think of words. But the good thing is you do see this crossover from the 200 EMA to the 15 moving average. And it's getting wider and wider apart. And now obviously you see this huge growth within today. So let's check out what just today in the pre-market is looking like. It's up 8% in the pre-market, up 13% on Monday. So you're seeing a lot of positivity here, right? I can definitely see this growing long term. I just don't know what the peak point will be. You can see that pull away. Let's back it up here. That's way too close. You can see that pull away from the 200 moving average to where the moving average is chasing the price of the stock, which is always a good thing. That means that the growth is just ridiculous. So yeah, not bad growth. It was flattened out for the last couple of days, if not a little bit negative there, but you do see potential to continue to grow. So yeah, you got a lot of buy orders here, 275,000 buy orders at $1.30. So no matter what, you're going to have these resistance points or support levels that you have here at $1.30, 275,000 shares. I sold all my AMC stock. Since it's so low, should I buy back in? This is where it's tough. If you sold all your AMC stock right now, it's really when did you sell it? Sorry, when did you sell it? Because I believe that's going to go up, but if you sold all of it, that means that you're not prepared to take any type of loss, really. So Wednesday, February 10th. What's today? Tuesday? Let me see if I have any meetings today. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I would say if you sold all your AMC stock at a certain point, I would not just get back into it, because it seems like you can't really take that loss of that money. And if you can't take the loss of that money, I wouldn't recommend continuing to put your money back into something like this. I would definitely say put your money into something that you think is a slow grower so that you can take that money and grow it over time. But if you pulled your money out already, I wouldn't recommend getting back into it. But then again, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. So Corey, thank you for the super chat, but I would not recommend that you go into it. Again, this is not financial advice. We did get over 1,000 likes. Thank you so much for getting me over 1,000 likes here. If you can continue to hit that like button, it would be amazing. What's the short percentage? We don't know yet. We're going to figure all of this stuff out. I believe we get that information at 4 o'clock, where we get the short percentage. So we have to wait a while. So we're not going to get that today. I'll do an updated video later today. Just do like a live stream if I do get the information. Well, like later today. I think it's like 4:30. I'll do it, something like that. MUX. MUX, just looking at it really quick, obviously is decreasing a lot. It could be a point to where everybody really wants to sell, but it also could be a point to where you have a lot of potential to get in, right? At some of these points you could see it is being oversold, but then it starts to adjust itself as it gets lower. So let's go ahead and look at a 10,000 foot view. You can see it had a rapid increase with a large gap up here, really large gap up. I guess it's really not that large. It just looks bigger than what it actually is. But you had a big gap up here to where you did have a decrease and then a gap down, which is not really a good sign. It does have a lot of volatility because then you had another gap up, and then it pulled down again. So it looks like it's on the way down. If I was looking at it as with a trend line, it looks like you're pulling your way down really through here. Pulling your way down, and you're not really going through this, even though it does seem pretty positive. I guess you have this channel that you're moving downward, which it is leveling out somewhere around here. So maybe that's a point to where it is fighting. You see a lot of buy orders around that $1.15 mark, which is not really a bad deal. It means that you might be really fighting that $1.15 mark. That's going to be a huge wall to go downhill from. I don't really see any large sells in here. I just see a large amount of buy orders at the $1.15, $1.14 mark. So that's always a good thing, and it's a good deal. Down 1K on each AMC and GME, but I'm gonna hold. Hopefully it will break even or maybe even get some profit. Any advice for younger investors like myself? Yeah, I think understanding what's going on here and understanding what's happening with buyers and sellers, this is definitely a great deal for you to learn. I can say that the best things that I learned came from failures. So if you do lose any type of money from here, you're going to understand exactly what you could do. You're going to go out of your way to learn what you could do to protect you from failing again. And I would definitely say study as much as you can and understand what you want, whether you want to be a trader or whether you want to be an investor. Those are two different things. And a lot of people look at them as like, oh, well, traders don't make money. They do make money. They just don't look at it as a long-term solution. They look at it as I'm making $100 a day because this is my job versus I'm making, $1,000 in the year because I invested, however much money. My money is working for me. So that's what that's all about. You need to understand exactly what you're doing here, and then you can get a pretty good idea of where you want to go. But yeah, that would be my opinion. When GME hits $100, my wife's screamed pull out. I told her no freaking way. But then her boyfriend said, "Sorry, bro." Come on, that's funny. That's funny. Come on, this guy's got jokes for days. Guy or gal, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but still, you have jokes for days. What are your thoughts on CTRM? I think I just looked at it. It's under $1. I know you said you don't do any stocks, but it was up 31% to 91 cents since yesterday, and it seems to have great growth. I think I did just look at that. I want to say that I did. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I mean, it does have solid growth. And yeah, I don't really do penny stocks like you said, but seeing this growth is a lot better than seeing growth that's less than a penny. You know, I hate seeing that. And if I do see something like that, I'm really turned off at that type of stuff. But you do see some real good positivity here, especially with the fact that it is fighting around this price here. So it's not really looking to pull back to that 200 EMA line or have, you know, the 15 moving average cross over with the 200 EMA line. You see a large push in the last couple of days, which is a really good sign. The only thing is that when you do have those large pushes, you expect a pullback in some cases, which you do have a sell-off at 95 cents, 20,000 shares. You also have buy orders at lower prices at 92 cents. 92 cents right here, flat, 30,000. So you're going to see that push between 92 and 94 cents. It's probably going to fight a lot back and forth. But the good thing is, if you do see that fight, that means that it's going to stay steady where it's at. So yeah, I mean, it's tough to say that it's going to pass this $1 mark. You really got to see a push, and depending on the buyers, how many buyers we have, the volume, I think that you might see something good. So definitely great that it is pulling away from the 200 EMA. But yeah, expect something to, you know, come back a little bit. If I was to say where it would open, if it opens at like this $94 mark with this increase, you would see sort of a sell-off. You're seeing some point sell-off, but then you might also see some interest, you know, depending how many, you know, you'll see a lot of people that want to sell off at a certain point, but then if you have a lot of buyers that are interested at a certain point, it's going to block it and push the price up. So it really all depends how these order books go. Hopefully you can see these as I'm pointing them out. It depends how these order books go, but it looks like you have a lot of buying power here. A little bit more than selling power. You do have walls set up at 97 cents, 98 cents. So it's definitely going to be tough to push through that, but I think it's good. I sold it Friday at $7 and now it's at $6. I think it's ready to take off. What do you think, Champ? Did you buy in at? I know you said you sold at $7, but did you buy in close? I missed the super chat. I hate that it goes away. I really hate that because I want to address every single one. But let me see. You said you sold it Friday at $7, and now it's at $6. I think if you were at, let's say, an $8 cost basis or a $10 cost basis, I would have just bought in and lowered your cost basis. If you couldn't lower your cost basis, I guess that's a great deal to make up that dollar difference. So basically, you sold at $7, and if it would have went down to $6 while you were holding it, you would have lost more money, but now you're investing back into it without having to pay any type of fee in order to invest into it. So you're thinking that the price is going to go up from here. I do believe the price will go up from here. If it goes down to like that $5 mark, I think right now it's at, let me see, I haven't talked about AMC in a while. It is $5.89, so that's definitely the lowest of like the low, really. I mean, at some point you've seen the wick drop down to $4.21. But yeah, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. I will hold for quite some time. My cost basis is $9.30 something cents, so I'm gonna hold for quite some time, and that's the most loss that I have is with AMC. Not really looking to break even for me. I'm looking to gain money out of it. So it's up to you. If you feel as though you can gain something out of it, then definitely get back into it. And hopefully, you know, you learned something from the previous time. I don't know what your cost basis was previously. If it was high, then I understand why you got out. Alpine Technologies. look at it, bro. What's the ticker symbol? Guess I don't need to. So that is pushing up a lot. You do see this upward trajectory. It is $8, so that's good. It's not a penny stock. I like to point that out. You do see these new highs, the new lows, new highs, new lows, and then it just skyrocketed, pulled away from the 200 moving average. Let me take away this trend line here. Pulled away from the 200 EMA, and the 15 moving average is really skyrocketing. Now, like I said, with all of these gap ups and increases, you're going to see some sort of a decrease. I don't know what the information is behind it, why it is increasing, if it's something news related or if it's just something where the buying power, exceeded the selling power. So it looks like an interesting buy. I don't know if I would consider it maybe the super long term. It does look steady, throughout the last couple of days. It does look really steady. So yeah, and that's the hour that we're looking at. So by the minute, it would look a lot different. Thoughts on AKBA? Used to be $10 stock. My average is $3. We have 3,000 people in here. If you could hit that like button and get it above, I would love to get to 2,000 likes. That would be amazing. Let me check real quick. Sorry, let me type this in and then I need to check my email real quick and then I'll get right to this. See what that looks like. I gotta look at it from a 10,000 foot view. Wow. Okay, I'll get into that in a couple seconds. So this is all stock analysis, by the way. This is nothing that is like, yeah, this is all stock analysis. Nothing to where you can expect me to go through a bunch of news and understand why it popped like it did. It's mainly stock analysis. Have you shared, Matthew, if we are counting? Give me 1 second. All right, so if I had to break down AKBA, it looks like it definitely has strength. Over a 10,000 foot view, it does look like it has strength. You have where it started at that $2 and 91 cent mark or 97 cent mark, does have a lot of positivity. It continues to go up, and I have to look at it at a 100,000 foot view in order to get a clear picture, and that's what I'm going to do. But just looking at a 10,000 foot view, you can see the movement here. You can see that it does have positivity. It is breaking different lows, or actually creating a new low up here, a slightly new low, but a new low. It does have these peaks and valleys, which always shows that it does have strength in the buyers and the sellers, and then having a lot of push up here, pulling away from the 200 moving average is definitely good. Again, we still need to see exactly what's happening. It seems like this is a trend over the last couple of days. We've received a lot of positive information here, or a lot of buyers controlling it, which is driving up the price, and then eventually you're going to see that price decrease a little bit depending on how long people hold. It seems like people are interested in buying and holding more frequently now, instead of just buying and selling off. So it seems like with things like Mavis, with things like OCGN or whatever, all of these stocks that are pushing up in the last couple of days, people are buying them and holding them overnight, which is definitely a good situation, because then it makes the market more predictable instead of just selling off at high points, which you would see in the past. So it does look like a really good position. at $5, and it doesn't hurt to put some sort of money in there. And again, this is not financial advice. This is merely just my opinion. It has moved up quite a bit. 12% yesterday, and then right now it's at 0.2% in the pre-market. I love your content. Fidelity only lets you trade 50% above market value with setting limits. How do you make sure I don't miss the squeeze? I mean, you have to stay engaged, really. This is where I struggle with Fidelity. I try and set my limit orders whenever they get close to where my profit target is. So I will set my limit order, just like the last time I set my limit order at $96, and it's good until cancel. So it's going to stay that way no matter how far it is away from it. So that's where it ends up being tricky, but you have to stay engaged. And if it does start to skyrocket, if you see any type of updates, then you have to quickly go in and set a limit order once you get close enough. So that's where it ends up being tricky, especially if you have a 9-to-5 or any type of job that gets in the way. So thank you for the super chat there. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. Just stay engaged. We have 3,000 people in here, 1,248 likes. Thank you for hitting the like button. Continue to hit the like button. That helps out the channel a lot. Do you think they'll stop shorts? No, I don't think they'll stop the shorts. I think they want to continue to push this price down when it comes to AMC and GME. They really want to push both the prices down as far as possible. So they're going to try and maybe cover some things as they start to get to lower prices, because the more they cover, if they cover at these low prices, yes, they lose money, but they don't lose as much money as if they covered in these high prices that they have. So we're hoping that we see a good percentage when it comes to short percentage, short interest as well. So yeah, but if we see good numbers, obviously the price is going to go up. We have 1,366 people in here. Please hit that like button. Give me a second. Let me finish this email. I still want to hear some dad jokes. Don't slack on the dad jokes. I love dad jokes. I'm using Weeble if you're interested in that. The link is in the description. We're still... All right. So yeah. Any more suggestions here? We got another super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Big time with TLRAY Tilray. They just finalized a deal to distribute on the UK. Let's go. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome, Miguel. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, too. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm using Weeble. There we go. Do you have any holes in your socks? What? Were you supposed to have another part to that? When the short interest is announced, 4 o'clock, that's when it will be, the short percentage will be announced. Did you hear about the old man that fell down the long hole with water at the bottom? He didn't see that well. He didn't see that well? That's funny. That's so funny. The old man that fell down the long hole with the water at the bottom. He didn't see that well. Oh man. Yeah, I understand that you could see a 9 to 5 getting in the way of investing. The problem is it gets in the way of trading, not really investing. If you try and set your limits, and the problem is that you set your limits to these unrealistic potentials, because these are something that doesn't happen often. If you set your limit to $300 when the stock is at $600, they're not going to say, well, what do you know? Like they're not going to let you do it. They're going to, and if you do end up doing it, they're going to say, well, what do you really know? Where's the insider trading? All that other stuff. In a normal situation. That's funny. New subscriber. Thank you, Rick, for subscribing and liking. I appreciate that. Why don't crabs give to charity? Because they're selfish. I've heard that one before, but it's always funny every time I hear it. The platform is Webull. A link down in the description. You can get free stocks if you sign up. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? I don't know why. What are you guys looking at trading today? There's a bunch of things that have potential today. Right now, we can't really see any potential really in the pre-market. There's a couple of things that we looked at, like Riot. Riot did seem like it did have a little bit of potential to increase. You have a lot of selling action though at this $38 mark, which really pushes above where it's at now. $36. It really pushes above it. So yeah, it has potential. A couple of other things that have positive looks. But a lot of the things that we're looking at have like negative looks to them. AMC's at $5.90, GME's at $5.58. So yeah, this child is making a lot of noise upstairs, sliding around on the floor. You know what children do. We have 3,300 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 1,500 likes. We're close. We're 1,400 likes. What do you call an Irishman with no arms and no legs sitting on a porch? Patio furniture. All right, it's pretty good. What do you call a paper airplane that can't fly? Stationary. Oh man. I walks into a library, goes up to the librarian, I guess you were supposed to say, and it says, I'd like a burger and a Coke. She says, this is a library. He says, sorry, whispers, I'll have a burger and Coke. What? That's funny. That's funny and weird. It's funny. I like it. If you have 30K, if I have a 30K account on Webull and I want to day trade, does my cash still need to be settled, or can I trade at any time? You can trade at any time. Your cash still needs to be settled before you make the next trade. Not all your cash has to be settled. So if you have 30,000 in your account and you trade with 5,000 and then you end up buying and selling, right, and you make a profit out of it, yes, that 5,000 needs to settle in order for you to use the full 30,000, or let's say 32,000 if you made a profit. But you can still use the rest of it that's remaining for the next day, which that money I believe will settle in a couple of days. So as long as you're continuing to use it, I think you're fine. I think you can even buy again, but the problem is with that $5,000. But the problem is I don't believe you can sell it again because it has not settled yet. So it's not technically your money to trade, even though you traded. It's more or less considered buying a margin at that point. You have another super chat here. Just sending out POS energy to everyone and wishes all good luck, wisdom, success, good health, peace, and happiness. Hope Matt gets 1 million subscribers this year. That would be amazing if I get to 1 million subscribers this year. I don't think it'll happen. I'm very positive that it will not happen, but I appreciate all the subscribers that I have received over the last couple of days, over the last couple of years. I've only been doing YouTube for 2 years now. I started in January of 2019, so it's literally 2 years. So it's been fun. It's been really fun. And I love making these videos. All of the positivity, all of the comments, all respond, like everything about it, even the negative comments sometimes, I can tolerate those. And I talk to people, and sometimes we turn those negative comments into positive comments. But yeah, it's been really good. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat, Corey. Thank you for saying all of that. Those kind words, they mean a lot. They push me along in my day. And we have an in-depth analysis on AMC. Well, AMC right now, if we're looking at it, you're obviously seeing the ladder attacks that they are placing on us. And I really don't know exactly if that's 100% true, but you are seeing a lot of negative movement with a lot of buying power, which makes no sense. At one point yesterday, and I did do a video on that, to where I talked about you had a large portion of people ready to buy at a certain price, and it completely pushed past or pulled past that price. And it made no sense to me whatsoever why it would pull past that price if it had a huge wall in between it. It's like if they walked in with a bunch of sellers, and I understand, but there was no sellers at that point or even close to that point. So it shouldn't have broken through that point. So if I look at this, obviously from that $17 mark, that's where we've seen a large decline here, and it started to really decrease and continues to decrease here, which we want to see this large pop here eventually. We want to see this large pop, because this couldn't have been even close to what a short squeeze will be for this position. It started at $3, ended at this $25 mark, which was a large wick. I would say if you wanted to really get in realistically, it got to like $20. You can say it got to $23 or $25, but it's not realistic. It got up there and sold off really quick, right? So you've seen this W formation, which really indicates that we are going to have a push, like it's going to push up, but it did not. It ended up collapsing, and we were, I guess, okay with that as for that time. But I don't know what time period this was. I believe this is when they started restricting trading. So instead of having that full push to where it jumped up, we got a decrease. So now we're sitting in this pocket right here, to where it's all the way downhill, and we're down basically close to previous prices before this whole spike. So really we're waiting on the short interest and short percentage. So we're waiting on that to basically give us some positive news. Also, we have a lot of buying power at this point. We have a lot of buying power at the $5.75 mark. We're probably going to have a lot of buying power throughout the day, but we really need to see exactly what's going to happen today. But they're hitting like lows of the lows, really. So a lot of people are looking at this as time to get in. Not really time to get out, and it doesn't really make sense. Everything is not adding up with the fact that we're holding a large majority of shares for AMC, and we're not seeing any positive movements here. So this is where people think that it is going to be manipulated. We did get questions on whether the short percentage will be manipulated as well, and I don't want to question everything. I really don't. But you know what? I'm sort of questioning it by bringing it up. But it's definitely a possibility. I don't want it to be a possibility, but it definitely is. All right, so we have another super chat here from Salvador. I clicked on it before it went away, so I have to do that sometimes because I get into this spiel here. So depending on the short interest numbers, will that make the stock price go up or down? If it's low, will it drag the price lower? This is where it's a little bit tricky to understand, because if we look at previous short squeeze situations, right, the prices went lower before they actually went higher, right? So they went lower to the basically where the previous lows were, or below previous lows, to actually get higher. Now, I don't think that this will happen. I think that we're going to stay. I said we were going to stay around that $6 mark, but the fact that it pushed past $6 was ridiculous, because we had a large wall at $6, so didn't make sense. But I believe that it will push the price up with the detail that we get with the short percentage that we're going to get. I believe that this will give us everything that we need in order to push the price up. Now, whether these tactics that they're doing still remain in place until they feel like not doing it anymore, that's where it ends up being a little bit ridiculous at times. But I'm expecting some positive movement. It just depends when that positive movement is going to be. So again, this is not financial advice. This is merely just my opinion. I'm holding at $9.38, down, I believe, like $4,000 or $5,000 on AMC alone. So it's something we need to really look forward into the future and say what could be the possibilities here. And it's starting to get a little bit more predictable on what could happen. So I'm definitely seeing more of a price change here, a price increase, whether it's going to be a rapid increase or a slow moving increase. The fact that they are on the SSR list doesn't really hold them back too much. It just allows them to short on the upticks, which if they're very small upticks, they can continue to short. And if they know that it's going to go down, it doesn't make it difficult for them. They can short at any time, any of these green portions, and continue to bring the price down. But they bring it down slowly, so that they don't continue to be on the SSR list, so they can basically short at any time they want to. So the short percentage should be up with the amount that they're actually shorting, because nobody's selling here. You don't actually see people selling. A lot of people, you don't actually see them selling. But with maybe ladder attacks and the shorts, this is what's bringing the price down. So I believe we're going to see something pop soon. We have 3,555 people in here. Hit that like button, get it above 2,000 likes. That would be amazing. But this does have potential to do a lot. We have another super chat from William. Thank you for the $5. I have 800 shares at $8.64. Just wondering how many shares do I have to buy at $16.18 in order to get my average down to $8. You wouldn't have to actually buy too much. I think you would have to buy somewhere. Let me go ahead and bring up Excel here. Not a mathematician. I'm an accountant though, so should know this. Okay. Let's see. Give me a second. Equals. I would probably just go. I usually go with like half, or I usually double my investment, but I don't know the answer to that. I would have to do longer math. But yeah, I would say go with just adding maybe half. I'll continue to work through this, but I'm getting other things as I'm starting to go through that, so sorry. But yeah, right now at $5.91, that's what you're going to look at. So $6.18 might not be something you want to look at. It might be something that pushes a little bit lower. We see it go down to $5.75. It may even go lower when it opens. So you might want to buy in at the $5.50 mark, Bought in at $5, still worried about it. Dumped all my GameStop money into Doge. Well, if you think Doge has a lot more potential, that's definitely good. I'm not a crypto fan, and like my opinion of crypto is something that it's just too volatile for me, in my opinion. But yeah. We have about 20 minutes, 19 minutes until the market opens, so we need to see exactly what's going to happen. Hopefully we can see some sort of a push before the pre-market ends. But yeah, we have about 20 minutes. Sorry, I'm a little distracted here. Let's see. Let's continue to look at this let's look at a 1-day chart here. Then you look at this 1-day chart, see how it moves. It's not moving too much. You don't really see too much volume here. Like I said, you still have that wall to buy at not now. But you still have that wall to buy at $5.75. And you have walls to sell, sort of walls to sell at $6.20. So let's see how this plays out. As you start to look at where the prices are, you have a lot of sell orders at $6. So that may drive the price down at 24,000 sell orders at $6. Don't know who's selling at $6, where you actually bought at, but that's crazy. A lot of buy orders. See, we should be seeing a ton of buy orders at these low prices, not sell orders at these low prices. We have a Harry gang to the moon. Yes. Hopefully you're talking about AMC too. I mean, AMC definitely needs to go to the moon. We have 3,600 people in here. Please get that over 2,000 likes. That will be phenomenal to get there. How long do I plan on holding? Is that what that said? No. Good long-term hold. CCL. Possibly. $21. Let me look at a 10,000 foot view and just give you a quick opinion. It does look like it has a lot of fight in it. It does take a long time to grow and a long time to actually, hit some valleys here. But yeah, without looking at any news, you do have a lot of buy orders that are in at the $21.37 mark. So people are looking to buy, maybe to get a quick increase. Not a lot of sell orders, so it looks like it's more of a long-term thing. You can expect a dividend yield here as well. It does look like it has good potential. Still don't like to see, I do like to see a little bit of movement here. It is downward movement, slightly downward movement. So it's tough to take in, but it could be an interesting buy and hold opportunity, in my opinion. Thank you for the super chat, Brendan Perry. Is that your last name? I didn't even realize that when I first seen Perry Gang to the moon. Yes, Perry Gang all day. Which platform are you using? If I may ask, this is Webull. It's down in the description. There's a link to where you can get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. And I actually have a video today where I actually went through the free stocks that I got. Update on the GME short percentage. We don't have that yet. We're going to get that at 4 o'clock from what I understand, later in the day. You guys are doing a great job. You and Trey are the glue. Thank you. I appreciate that. Putting me in a category with him, he seems like he has a lot more technical analysis abilities than I do, because mainly my play all the time is the pullback method, to where I would use the RSI in some points to actually gauge when it is overbought or oversold, yeah, and then I would be able to do that pullback method off of the 15 moving average, and that's my method. He has a lot more methods to where he would factor in a lot of different channels that he would look at, different support levels, look at the buy orders and sell orders, which I just started to get into. I didn't want to purchase level 2, but then watching him, I actually seen how interesting that was and how valuable that information actually is. Seeing where people are buying things at and where it's going to pull back from is absolutely phenomenal, because if you see that, then you can gauge that information and instantly sell at whatever point you wanted to sell. If you see that they're pulling back from a certain, level that they pulled away from. So I like the fact that, you put me in a category with him, but I think he has a little bit more technical analysis with things. I just have my own strategy. Everybody has their own strategy. As long as it works for you, you're good. So thank you for saying that. I have no method. Well, you always need to build something. This is the thing. Everybody starts with nothing. So if you build a method, you implement some strategies from other people, then you can build a strategy that really works for you. Whether it's long-term, short-term, swing trading, whatever it actually is, you gain a method from it. So yeah. AMC at 400. You think AMC is going to $400? Yeah, I don't think so. If it does, I mean, I will owe you money. I won't even bet you right now, and I will take up a bet in my own mind and pay you money if AMC goes to $400. AMC peak prediction. How did you learn trading? So I started by reading books. I did audiobooks. This audiobook that I have in the description, if you go to my store, it's called How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz. And he has his own method of understanding the indicators and gives you a lot of detail behind it. But there's a lot of great teachers out there that will teach you different things. And they'll teach you how to do their strategy, but the point is to learn what they're doing, understand why it works, and then develop your own strategy based on some of the things that you learned. So that's really where I learned from, was reading and working. I made a lot of mistakes, losing money, understanding that I need a profit to loss ratio. If I don't have a profit to loss ratio, I can see a lot of times to where I am failing. If I get too greedy, I start failing. So there's a lot of things that you learn, but mainly I learned from failing. You fail and then you get a lot better. But a lot of people will take failure as a point to implement pride. Like, no, I'm proud of my decision. I'm gonna wait this out and not accept my loss. This is something that goes against me completely. With Gme and AMC, I never hold something overnight, really. There's very small, positions that I'll get into where I'll hold overnight, but this one is definitely different. I would never hold at a $5,000 loss. I would never hold at a $2,000 loss. I would, push for at most a $200 loss if I'm looking to gain, $1,000. So that's where it ends up being tricky for me to handle, because I've learned so much and been so disciplined with that stuff that this is kind of, taking that away. So I'm learning that because I got into GME with the thought of a quick exit, but I held on to it, and I'm still holding on to it with the fact that I didn't even care if it got to $300 or $400. I wanted it to just get to $79. And then when it did get to $79, I got greedy because of the fact that I saw a loss in AMC. So I'm learning things that I'm kind of taking things away from my strategy by implementing all the things that I'm doing with AMC and GME right now. So it kind of pisses me off there, but it brings me back to earth and doesn't make me feel like I'm a crazy success if I start losing money a little bit. So short interest at GME is at 121%, cut at 30% loss. I always cut at 20%. I try and split it into fives so that if I'm trading during the week, I have 5 chances to get it right, and then I profit out of the deal. If I profit one day and make $1,000, all the rest of the days I can lose my profit target, or my loss target, basically, stop loss, and I can still win out of the deal by winning that one day. Because if I make $1,000, I lose $200 each of those other 4 days. I lost $800 and gained that extra $200 on top of it. So technically I'm gaining money out of it. So no point in selling. Microvision is exploding. Is it exploding right now? Remember, I'm only going to stay live to 30 minutes after it opens. After that, I'll make sure to do any type of update after the workday ends, so somewhere around at 4:30 mark. There's a very interesting video from Galactic Finance. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, what's the video title? I can look up Galactic Finance. Is it a day trading video or? Make sure I have my mic. Let me see. K-pop. Yeah, let me know if it's what type of video it is, so I can look that up. Notice AMC keeps raising their dividends. No, I didn't notice that. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have a target price on AMC after the squeeze starts? I want to sell at the $20 mark. I don't care how high it goes after that. I want to sell at $20. That's where I want to get to, and it got to $17 for me, and I was going to sell at 20. But I was kind of happy that it went down because I wanted that price drop so that I can average down and then gain a little bit more money out of it, kind of being a little bit greedy. But I do still expect it to pop. So seeing it go to $20 would be amazing, because then I would gain about $16,000 from it. Hold GME or nah? I'm holding GME right now, and I'm gonna see how really today goes and this week. I need some more information when it comes to what GME could potentially do, because people are saying that this was the squeeze, and now we're starting to really focus on AMC. But there's a lot of people that are saying that we're still in the lower part of the squeeze, going back to new lows, and then now we're gonna skyrocket after that. But if the percentage is not high enough, we don't have potential for a large squeeze, which means that we might not even get back to $300. It may push above like 150 or 200, but I don't think it'll push above $300. It depends how much buying power we have, because either way we still have buying power to push up the price. We have a lot of sell orders at 69 or oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. We have 6,921 sell orders at $57. So you can see that it's going lower and lower. We're at $56, which would put my loss at a $2,000 loss of GameStop. So yeah, but make sure you hit the like button. We have 3,700 people in here. I'm only going to stay live till 30 minutes after the 30 minutes after it opens. Should I average down if AMC at $13? The problem is, how much are you losing right now? If you feel like AMC is going to push up, I'm comfortable with all the money that I have in there for AMC to be a potential loss, right? So I will hold AMC until it does have some sort of a pop, and I feel like it is resisting that pop, and there's no good news to go off of. Then I'm probably going to sell, watch it go down, and then get back in at a lower price so that I don't have any type of loss there. I always profit. So yeah, I think it's tough to say. This platform is Webull. If you're wondering, it is the Webull 4 platform. If you go down in the description, I have a Webull link to where you can get free stocks if you sign up and use my platform, or not the platform, you use my link. What are you trading right now? Mainly I have everything in Fidelity that I have in Fidelity in GME and AMC. But when it comes to day trading, I'm not really doing anything but focusing on this, because if I start to day trade, then I bring my focus away from this, which means that a lot of other people get shortchanged on information that they really want. So after this whole, after I believe that I get out and everything like that, I'll make sure to update people on things. But if I do exit my position, and when I do exit my position, I'm going to let everybody know exactly what I'm trading, what I'll get into, what I'm looking at, at that moment. So SSR in place. Yes, it is in place for AMC and GME, I believe. Nokia held hostage right now. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much flat. They don't have the volume to really push it, but you do see a ton of buy orders that are ready to go in. Look at all these buy orders, but then look at all these sell orders as well. So they're really fighting these prices here, really fighting them. It's a back and forth battle. It's not something that's weighing crazy one way. Now, besides the $4.26 mark, you're going to see it really push up from there. Right now it's $4.26. Once it does open, I believe it will push up with the amount of orders that are right there at the $4.26 mark. Versus, and it might pull back at $4.27. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that you get with there. Gme Prediction today. It's very tough to predict exactly what Gme is going to do. It looks like you have a lot of sell orders that are going in at the $57 mark. We really have to see where the orders are going to come in right when the market opens. So I can't say I predict a massive sell-off, but you never really know. You don't. Can we see the number of shorts on AMC today? I believe it's going to be later today, after the market closes. If you're not in the live platform, you're not going to be able to see the actual price. So Fidelity will not update if you're just looking at the plain stock view. So if you go on the website and you look at the stock view, you're not going to get an update. But if you go on the live platform, you will get the $5.80. Wait, what is it? $5.81, I believe. Yeah. So you're gonna get the real price on Robinhood because they update live. We have 4,000 people in here. Get this to 2,000 likes. Hopefully before the market opens. We got 1 minute. Obviously, a lot of people are upset with the fact that they're holding this stock and they may have invested at like $300 or invested at $150, and holding GME and doing that, or holding AMC invested at $17. That sucks because I knew that day it was going to go down, and I talked about it, the fact that it was going to go down. So it looks like the market opened, and now AMC is moving down. It's decreasing a little bit. You see that movement down. You see GME that opened up at $55, $56. Where's the price movement? Do we have any positive movement here? We do look like we're starting to increase in price here. It's really fighting. It's really fighting. Fubo TV is up 0.4%, 0.17%. Let's see what. It looks like OCGN is actually going down from where it was at. So it looks like people are getting interested in seeing that the price is moving downward. So they're starting to sell off. You have a number of people that are selling at that $13 mark. So yeah, for AMC, it's pretty much sitting at that $5.78 mark. You really don't see crazy volume so far. You've seen 5 million. Look at that. It pretty much is dead even, right? You get 5 million volume, 5.1 million volume in the last minute, and it's dead even. How is that even possible? People are selling at $5.75. Like, why and how? Like, it's such a low price. Why would anybody sell at these prices? people are selling at $6. They have a number of orders that are going in 6. They're going in at 605. You have walls set up strategically. Walls set up. Dropping below the 575 mark. Gme is also dropping below, even though SSR is in place, right? So it makes it easier for them to short at this position right now. Boom, make it short, bring it down. Crazy. You think the rocket will launch tomorrow? It's tough to say. We got to get some good news, but then it's showing that there has to be some sort of market manipulation. It makes no sense why we would have all this selling going on when all of these people are actually holding all of these shares. We shouldn't see all of these selling. It's over with AMC. Go and buy TXMD. If that's your opinion, and continue to do that. Stop losses getting triggered at 575. Who has all of these stop losses at 575? Because of the it's previous lows. That's the wrong one. No, these are like new lows that we're creating over the last couple of months or so. So $5.68. That's what we're looking at. Order partially filled. Game over. Try again. Do we know what the short volume is? We don't know what the short volume is yet, but it has to be high and it has to be increasing with what they're doing here. Shorting positions rigged. Yeah, I mean, it seems that way. Time in hands, manipulation. A lot of people are saying AMC, Gme crashing again. Yeah, it makes no sense how you can crash every single day on the way down. There's no positive movement. Even when you do a positive movement, all of a sudden it starts, crashing down. Or you have a number of people that are buying. What's going on there? Why did the volume drop from 125 million to 5 million? For when were you talking about? Yesterday? Let's see. This is today. 127 million here. We have 9 million so far. 9 million volume from here. 193 million volume. 150. 418 million. I don't know why it did, and I don't know what you're talking about here. If you're talking about the last minute, but basically that first minute that we had 5 million volume, and then basically a million volume, 1 million volume after that, 1 million volume to the positive after that. So let me guess that it's going to continue to level out somewhere around this $5.60 mark. It's not going to go past the 10%, because if it goes past 10% again, then it triggers the SSR. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, right? It's 10% for the SSR, right? Looks like GME is making a little bit of a move up. We got a lot of buyers. Let's see where we're sitting at. A lot of buyers around this $53 mark. A lot of sellers around the $54 mark. So is it the fact that they're placing these walls? A lot of sellers at $56. Maybe people that bought in at the $52 mark really want to sell at the $56 mark. It's a possibility, but it is dropping down significantly. We reached 2,000 likes. Thank you so much. We have 5,000 people in here. Continue to hit that like button. what are your positions looking like? What are you thinking about? This is so illegal that makes me sick. Yeah, it makes no sense to me at all. You look at how many people are holding this stock, and the volume. It should be either staying flat, going down slightly if they are finding ways to sell, but not going down this much unless they're obviously having some sort of short tactics here. But you do see the price increasing a little bit, and all of these price increases just give them a chance to short at this point. $5.62 of a low. You have a lot of buys at $5.62. You have a lot of buys at $5.50. People want to get in this. I think I have some more money in Webull that I could buy into this. Lower that cost average. You have some more money in Webull. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. I don't know if I should look at my $22 here. I could buy 4 shares. Probably not even that. I want to do a limit. I just want to do a market order. Maybe I should do a limit. It doesn't matter. Stop loss. How many shares? Not 3. Let's go with 3. Perfect. I'll buy a couple more shares. More shares of AMC equals loser. You're funny. No, I mean, I only have a certain amount of money on Webull, but when it comes to Fidelity, I have basically all that money there, and I have some money in Ally. I have some money in a bunch of other brokerage accounts. I don't want to list them all, but majority is probably Fidelity. Yeah, I don't care at this point. I just want to lower my cost average. Well, technically, I'll lower this cost average quite a bit compared to my overall cost average of all shares that I have. Yeah, I think it's pretty high. Is it over? I don't think it's over. I mean, we still have a push, in my opinion. So I'm holding on to it. Yeah, I'm holding on to it here. But is it going to be? Someone saying it's suspended. Oh no, OTLK is suspended. Is it pushing up too much? We'll continue to monitor that. I'm only going to be live for, wow. It did push up from this lower portion though. It did drop down. So basically, not of the max percentage it could be. You have a lot of sell orders coming in at that $4 and wow, $4.25. Look at that. This is what happens when you suspend it. You start to level it out, right? This is what I don't like. I understand the movement. It's odd movement, and you need to suspend it because I guess it'll just crash some systems. I don't know what it will do, but you basically have people that are selling at the $4.25 mark, the $4.24 mark. You have over 200,000 people that are going to be selling at that portion. So I wouldn't be surprised if it drives this price all the way down. You don't have anybody buying at that point, or anybody who wants to put in any orders. So that's pretty interesting. Let's continue to watch that as well. Oh, that is on my list. Look at all these. AMC down 10%, GME down 11%, Fubo TV down 1%, OCGN down 22%. Still, OCGN was up like 100 or 200% yesterday. Zom is up 12%. Blackberry's down 3%. Bed Bath and Beyond, that's what that is. Bed Bath and Beyond. Naked is down 3%. Nokia is down 1%. AACG is down 3%. Vine down 2%. Wow. Outlook Therapeutics up 28%. That's pretty good. Riot is up 5%. So up 5% over what it closed. When it opened, it's weird. We have 2,000 likes here. We have 5,000 people watching. Please hit that like button if you get a chance to. It would be amazing. I'm hoping that we get some good news later today. But right now it doesn't look very positive, sitting at that $550 mark. And I mean, I definitely see the growth. You have a lot of buy orders coming in at 540. A lot of buy orders coming in at 550. A ton of buy orders coming in at 550. That should push the price up a lot. 75,000 is coming in at 550. They're all being filled at this moment. Well, you have a lot of buy orders at 540 here. So all of those buy orders that were at 550 did not set a wall at all, because they had 13,000 at 550 and we had 70,000. That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense. So continue to drive this price down, continue to scare people out of their positions. That's what they're doing. So in my opinion, like I said, I'm still holding either way, but not looking good for what's actually happening here. But yeah, we are sitting at 5,100 viewers right now, 2,200 likes, or basically 2,300 likes. Get that to 2,500, that would be amazing. Hey guy, is this dead? Like I said, I don't think it's dead. I think we still have a ways to go when it comes to this. You think AMC, it's just AMC going down to $3. You think AMC is going to go down to $3? That will be a crazy buy-in at that point. There are so many people holding this. This bubble is going to burst. This bubble is going to burst. So obviously keeping the price as low as possible for whatever interest or whatever short percentage they show, which at this point it seems like it's going to be extremely high. Unless they're finding ways to cover all of them sparingly. That would be an interesting method. Covering all of them sparingly. Like buying any shares to cover short sales and then selling those shares at whatever profit it goes up. There's a lot of techniques that they could use here. A lot of techniques in order to basically push us out of our positions, make us lose money. There's a lot of things that they can actually do, and it's sad that we have manipulation like this, but there's a lot of other chances to gain money in the market, and they're focusing all of their energy on this. You see the amount of buys that we have that are pushing up this price. Look at this. They're pushing up this price, and who is realistically going to sell at this point? Somebody that bought at $5.44, you think they're going to sell? No, if they bought 1,000 shares, it's basically nothing that they're gaining off of that. They're going to continue to drive that price up dollars if it's possible. You have 15,736 sell orders going in at $5.70. really pushing that price down, creating a wall. That looks like their strategic play, is creating a wall every single chance that they get. And then once they do create that wall, they place it in the right areas in order to drive the price down further, right? Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, you're right. The SSR rule makes it makes no sense. It makes it difficult for them to short, but they can still short. Bro, I love what you were doing. Keep it real. Can you explain why yesterday on GameStop after hours there was some shares sold at 250 and 310? Thanks. Well, mainly if you see any of those wicks that pop up, I forget what that's called. I believe it's called a stop hunt. I'm 90% sure it's called a stop hunt. So basically, they're going up and they're trying to find any stop orders or stops that people do have, and limits that they do have, so that they can push people out of their positions. Those people are lucky because then they buy them at those positions, right? So that means that it's basically pulling people out of their positions so they can do something with it. So that 250 or 310 that it does push up to, you're going to see the same thing with GME here, or sorry, not GME, AMC here. You're going to see these. It jumps up to $17.25. What happened there? Stop hunts. So yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, so there you go. Someone said it. Stop loss hunt. The platform he's using is Webull level 2, I think. I'm using Webull 4 for this platform, but the level 2 portion of it is the order book. So this order book that you see over here that gives me all of the limits or the size orders that are going in at each price, that's a level 2 that you're going to need to pay money for. If you don't want to pay money, you can get this platform for free and use it just like I'm using it without the order book. There's also other portions that you could pay for as well, and give you some really valuable detail. We have 5,400 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 2,500 likes. That would be amazing. We have another super chat. They still need to short 122%. I don't know what that means. Like their short percentage is still 120%. That could still be a possibility, but I don't know if that's 100% true. I need to see numbers, but then again, can I believe the numbers? Like at this point, can I really believe these numbers? And I don't want to be that person that says, oh, I don't believe the numbers that are put in front of me. But with all of the buy orders that I see going in, all of the buy walls that I see, and we're completely blasting through those buy walls, it makes no sense whatsoever. Like the amount of people that would sell at this low price makes no sense, not even a shred of sense. And let me know if it makes sense to anybody else, because I haven't seen anybody that said they wanted to sell at $5. Anybody holding at these portions, any retail trader understands that the price is going to push up. If you're at this $5 mark, that's going to be a substantial gain when it does push up. So hedges know something most don't realize. The average Reddit/amateur day trade doesn't have the balls to stay in the game. They're experts. Yeah, I believe you 100%. Thank you for the super chat and saying that. I believe you 100%, saying that the average investor, average day trader doesn't really have the balls to stay in a trade, especially if it's going south, right? And the hedge funds, they're playing with house money. It's, they're playing with millions and millions of dollars, even though they're billion-dollar hedge firms, right? Hedge funds. So these hedge funds are taking advantage of the fact that we really cherish our money that we have, and if you do cherish your money too much, you'll never really see a profit in the stock market, at least, especially if you're going and attacking the hedge funds. So you have to be strong-willed, ready to go because you look at all of this down here, it's being oversold. No, that's not even a thing. It can't be. So yeah, they're experts. They're definitely experts. They understand exactly what we're going through. They have different techniques in order to drive us out of positions. They have different techniques in order to drive down prices, bring up prices, manipulate the market 100%, go past all of these buy walls that we have at 24,000 limit orders that are going through here at $5.50. You know, they basically have a way to artificially show a sell, which has been the case, and it looks ridiculous. So I 100% agree with you. Now, again, I would like to say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Definitely look at your situation and say, what can I do to better my situation? If you feel as though you can get out and be comfortable with your loss or whatever profit you made, then do so. Don't just hold on to it because people are saying, I have diamond hands, I have diamond hands. Diamond hands really means that if you're taking a really bad loss and you know that it has the potential to go up, then you're selling with the thought of just saving in that loss, but then you're giving up a lot of money that you could gain. If you make money out of the deal, it's not considered having paper hands. That's not what that is, and you're not holding on to it until the death of the stock is like not considered the ultimate diamond hands. That's just considered stupid. So yeah, make your profit and go on about your day. Sam says you and trades are the best. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. I try to go through as much as possible. Obviously, putting me in the same category as him, I feel like is another level. I feel like he has more technical analysis than I do because I've always been a person that played the bounce back method rather than anything else. And he seems to have a lot more interesting stuff. And I could tell you that when I seen the level 2 book that he was using, I definitely got interested in that because it bring out a whole nother level to my game to where I can understand exactly where those stop points will be, where it will resist from, and I can be a more profitable trader because of this. So I appreciate him a lot more for even introducing that to me and introducing this platform in general, because I've been using Fidelity Active Trader Pro and I love that platform, but this is like hands down probably one of the best platforms that I've ever used. So AMC is at the end. No, I don't believe it's at the end. I believe we're just really getting started here, and we're going to see this bubble pop because I believe that they're still shorting a lot and they're manipulating the market, and eventually it has to give, and they're going to scare a lot of people out of their positions, and then some people are going to profit out of it. I got diamond balls. That's funny. So yeah, this looks really bad because Trade should host a live stream one of these days. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea if we did that. Oversold because it's overvalued. What platform? This is the Webull platform. Link in the description. You can get free stocks if you sign up using my links and deposit $100. Yeah, it's a really good platform. I really like it. This is all right. Hopefully everybody hears this. The platform that I'm using is Webull. It's Webull Desktop 4. So if you're interested in that platform, I have a link down in the description for Webull to where you can sign up and get free stocks if you deposit $100. So that's the platform that I'm using. Hopefully everybody gets that, because every like maybe 10 messages or 15 messages here, I get, I guess, chats. I get, what is that platform that you're using? George W. I hear him say that all the time, but you do see that W looking like it's about to form here. Maybe having a skyrocketing effect. It's probably going to have that double bottom, and that'll be great. Looks like it's on the verge of creating a W here. We have a buy wall at 550, so that's not going to pass out. Another buy wall at 545. I would say it's not going to pass these two, but they always find a way to do so. Let's see it pass it. the 550 mark. Hey, thanks for what you do. Quick question, what time does the new short report come out? That was supposed to come out today. I believe it's 4 p.m., Brian. That's what I've been getting is 4 p.m. I've been trying to like search for a lot of information, but it is 4 p.m. So I'll search for it and see what I can get, and I'll make sure to do like a live stream later today, somewhere around like 4:30, maybe like a 30-minute live stream to review what actually happened. Hopefully it's not this bad and the day ends better than it started. But yeah, I'm only going to stream for 3 more minutes. So I'll make sure to update everybody as time goes on. Thank you for the super chat though, Brian. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. The past 2 days, more small orders are selling while medium and large orders are increasing. You choose whether to sell loss. You choose whether to sell at a loss. I don't know what you're saying here. The past 2 days, more small orders are selling while medium and large orders are increasing. You choose whether to sell at a loss. Are you saying that medium or large orders are increasing? Like, you mean buys there? You're seeing a lot of medium or large buys than, you know, small orders of sells. Or I don't know what you're saying there. Hopefully you can get your question in the next 2 minutes. But yeah, we got 5,000 people in here. Hopefully, you know, we can have the same turnaround later, see what's up. But we have these buy walls set at you know, 550 and 545, so and 544. So we have a lot set up, and 550 and 540. We have a lot of these walls set up, and hopefully they don't blast through those walls. But I totally expected it to go up because of the fact that, you know, it's at $5. But yeah, I have 1 more minute and then I'm gonna end this live stream here. See what happens. Do a review of exactly what's happening with all of these that are down here, and then we'll end up going. So thank you for everybody that showed up. We have 2,500 likes in here. Before you leave, please hit that like button. It's you know, we have 5,000 people in here, so it would be amazing. But let's run through all of these. So AMC is down 10%. You have GME that's down 10% as well, down to $53. You have Fubu TV that's down 2%, OCGN that's down 21%, which is nothing compared to where it was. Let's go through this. Yeah, so there's Fubu TV. There's OCGN, which is down 21%, which is nothing compared to what it gained yesterday at 200%. ZOM is down 20%. You're seeing a little bit of a sell-off. A lot of it increased right from the start. BB is down 3%. Bed Bath & Beyond is up a little bit, over 0.34%. Naked is down almost 2%. Nokia is down 1%. AACG is up 4.96%, so 5%. SunPower is up 5% as well. Outlook Therapeutics is up 14%. That looks good. It still is. It was decreasing a lot from here, so you got a massive sell-off, probably from retail investors, or retail traders. Riot is up 9% as well. It continues to skyrocket. Riot is doing big things. Wow, that looks good. I gotta do more of a review on them. Let's see how the end of the day goes. But that's my live stream for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody that steps by here. I'm sorry that I have to go right now, but I believe AMC will bounce, and hopefully we see some positive news by the end of the day. We have 4,300 people in here. On your way out, please hit that like button. It doesn't hurt. It only helps out the algorithm, the channel, everything. But again, I'll see you guys later. I think at like 4:30, maybe 5, but I'll let you know in the community tab if I actually am going to do it. But I'm going to get out of here, so I'll catch you guys in the next stream. And I have some videos uploading, so make sure you check those out. See ya.